listening to the Los Rotos podcast with Vanessa Scaduto.
Vanessa Scaduto.
Produced by Upside Down Creative Media.
Upside Down Creative Media.
No intro?
Oh, no, it didn't play music.
Hey, welcome back to Los Rotos, Los Rotos podcast. I'm your host, Vanessa Scaduto, and I'm here with Antwan Murphy.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
What's up,
Thank
everybody?
you for having me.
Yes, I'm really excited to have you on, dude.
Okay,
We were talking a little bit before, I'm not going to lie, so I told him to save stuff for everybody.
Okay.
I really want everybody to hear this, but I've seen you perform several times, and to me, you're like one of the hilarious guys in Jacksonville, honestly. I was shocked when I didn't see you more often at mics, even though you don't need to be at mics, but you know what I mean? Like, because you always there's always something new that you do, so I'm always like, where's this guy working it out? Because I hadn't seen you come to that many mics. That's how good, to me, you are. But I want to know, and I want our audience to know, how you even got into comedy to begin with.
Oh, man, the way I got into comedy, my whole life, my family, everybody in my family funnier than me. Like, until my grandma, like my sister that passed, like she was the reason, like she used to crack jokes on me. But I was working, when I got to the Navy, I was working shipyards. And I think like that was 13, we lost all our like government contracts. So I was like, what I'm gonna do? I got tired of sitting at home. So I got my wife and my homeboy that's brutally honest. My homeboy Sydney, shout out Rock. Them Redskins lost, but or Commanders. I don't want nobody to get banned. But I went out and I brung them out and went down to Herm. You know Herm? What's his last name?
Herman?
Herman was the first one to put me on stage down at Square One.
Yeah, Herman Naswith.
Yep. Crazy. So I went up and I killed it. And my wife told me like, you can do this. So like, I just like when I lost my job, it's like I just started doing comedy in 2013
and then you just kept going.
Kept going.
It's so because I mean I know I'd seen you around and I was like, this guy Antwan's really funny, but I had like. Then I was wondering if you were a Comedy Zone comic because I had because I don't know, you know, I never went to the class or whatever.
Class. It's God given. You can't. I'm not taking no class from nobody.
That's obvious.
I think the guy that was doing the class, he wasn't even a comedian. He was like, how the hell are you gonna teach you how to be a comic?
Yeah. I mean, there's all these rules too, right? All these rules, which I mean, comedy has like minimal rules, but like
no rules.
Right.
Just wear pants.
Yeah. Wear pants.
As long as you got pants on, you can tell.
Well, now
jokes.
everybody's trying to break that rule too.
Hey,
welcome.
Yeah. Now you're not telling jokes, you're selling ass. It's different now.
Right, exactly. That too. Well, but that's the thing, right? Like the new generation of comics, I feel like they have a whole nother ball game with social media because like when you started, I mean, maybe people occasionally posted about it, but it was probably still like boots on the ground, like talking to people and like handing out flyers and stuff.
Oh, I still do that. Like people fail to realize like the essence of the hustle, you know, your grind is like, everybody want to do internet. That's great. You can reach a large crowd.
Right.
But the working man is the person that want to come out after a long day, long week of work and come out and get a laugh with their wife. And you back home by 10. You got a drink. You got something good to eat. So me, when I do a show and if I'm producing it, I want to hit the streets. I want to go to the clubs. I want to go to beauty shops. I want to meet banks and like call centers trying to reach the people.
Right.
Because like everybody that comes to your show don't have social media. You ever look in the crowd, it's like, where the hell this guy come from?
Yeah, it's true though. Or some of them are even. I love sometimes when we do shows that is a venue that still lets other people sometimes come into a showcase and you're like, what? And then they end up going, oh, there's comedy in Jackson. Like people don't realize how much comedy we do have.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And we have a lot of comics because, you know, there's cliques, right? We all know there's cliques. Like there's some fools you run with, some fools you don't, or some fools you know, right? But I honestly want to uplift all those comics because like the more as a comic that I went to different mics and got to learn about how many more comics are outside of the comics I knew, I was like, yo, like we should all be getting together and trying to like work on how to make the city a little bit more functional with our comedy, you know, like that's the one thing I think that we're still trying to figure out, you know, as all of us get to know each other and figure out who's doing what.
Yeah, it's just, I tell people all the time, like I was speaking with the guy Rance from River City Live yesterday. He was like, you know, Jacksonville comedy here was kind of like, I'm like, no, we've been doing it. Right. Like it's funny people here, like,
There is.
And like y'all always say like the local scene. I'm like, I told him, I'm not local. I just live by you.
That's true. It's actually really true. Yeah. You're right. I'm not local.
Yeah,
either.
I just live by you. These global jokes. The earth is my turf. But one thing with these young comics, man, I tell them just like when the older guys tell me, like, just stay on stage, stay in stages. Like I don't do competitions no more. Like I'm not in competition with nobody trying to outdo anyone. I'm just gonna grind. And like I was saying, like coming out of a depression from losing my sister, it's like I just fell back in love with comedy now. It's like now I'm back writing a joke in the car at the red light, just tagging it. Now I want to take it to the stage and nurse it.
Right.
Like I'm back now, like my skin glowing. I feel like Bruce Leroy. Like
I can't wait to see you more out because you've been doing shows recently, show after show after show.
I'm not playing no games.
Yeah, and I'm happy to see it because I think it was Sanders. I forgot who it was, but I was like, how come Antwan's not on more shows when I see you perform? Because I was like, because there was a period of time I hadn't seen you on a show in a while, and I think that was towards the beginning of last year.
I was battling myself then.
Yeah. Okay, so that makes more sense because I was like, you'd still go out and you still murder anytime you went on a mic, but I was like, he needs to. Why is this guy not getting booked? Like, because I hadn't seen you. Yeah, because
it was that stage where like when
everybody.
Sometimes the world get dark. You got to see
Yes.
who with you, but like. When I word got dog, I found out like, all I got is God. So we gonna do it, man. And I tell people all the time, you find your group of people, like don't worry about the clicks. Just find your group of people that love the game, don't want to cheat the game, and that that you can build with.
Right.
And I tell them all the time, like even with Alex, he doing a good thing, trying to build rooms and do that.
Right.
So like me, I know he a comic and he grinding, trying to figure it out his own. So I wouldn't. Like, they compensate me.
Yeah.
But I don't tell them my price because I know we building something for the city.
Right.
When you like people got to understand when you're a part of something that's bigger than you, so you got to know how to go with the flow.
Right.
Everybody can't be the chief.
That's true.
I'd be a cool ass Indian, but just let me get these jokes off.
That's true. And also what I've realized too is like there's a reason why certain people last doing comedy for a while, because I think you can ebb and flow with how everything is moving, because not everything is going to be on the up and like always on, sometimes there will be a plateau and then you got to figure out, okay, how do I get out of this plateau? Whatever. That's just life, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Like just what you said with the grief of losing your sister, which is, obviously that's normal, right? Yeah. But you figured it out, you went through it, and now, in her honor, I'm sure you do. Yeah, I'm sure in her honor, you're always doing jokes for her.
Most definitely, because like she used to fry me like to the point where it was bad. But they had a picture of her for Christmas, so like this one I kind of like I just broke out. Like they had a picture of her for Christmas, but it was like a fucked up picture. They had like a turtleneck on her sitting on the table, so I started cracking jokes on her. So I'm like, yeah, I'm back, and it felt so good.
Right. Like I'm sure she loved that.
Yeah, she loved it. And she wouldn't want me to sit around and just be stagnant.
Right.
And, so it's on now. Like I don't care. We tell jokes at Walmart. We can tell jokes at Target. I don't think Target letting black people come in there, so we can't go to Target. They gotta listen. What is that? DEI?
DEI. I know. I've been trying to learn this term too.
I was saying DEA. I thought the police was coming.
Well, at first, I didn't know what it meant because I was like, "What is this DEI?" I'm hearing all this DEI, and I guess it's diversity, equity, inclusion, or something, or equality, inclusion.
Yeah, that sounds like an STD, so I don't want to know it. I don't want no DEI.
It was just funny
UTI,
because
nothing.
I think it was Ian. McClinton that mentioned DEI in the Jack's comedy once, and I go, I don't know what that is.
Me neither.
I'm a non-diverse person.
Oh.
Non-diverse,
Well, okay.
Male, that's
So you get DEI?
No.
Oh.
It's basically a way to recognize different races in corporate culture, I guess.
Oh.
I guess. That's good. You gotta have that.
I guess. I mean, I don't even know. I guess I can't say anything because I don't know what the parameters are of this.
Me neither.
This because I used to think it was called affirmative action, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that what it was called?
I think so. Don't get me.
I don't know.
I don't know what
we don't know nothing. We old people.
Yeah.
Okay, we're learning.
Yeah,
we're learning the new stuff, the new terms. So don't.
And judge is hard.
Right.
So
that's the character.
Yeah,
that's
the character of a person. So that's the one thing I really love my boys, because like they show love to everybody. Like if I know they get disrespectful, that means you did something out of line.
Yeah, you did something out of line, 100%. I mean, where'd you travel? Because you were in the Navy, right?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
did you go in deployments or anything like that?
I did like workups and stuff. I never got to do a full tour. I got hurt out to sea.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
that's not a bad thing, dog. Like, you gotta stay home. You gotta stay home.
Yeah, but I wanted to do it though. It was a great experience for me. I was able to come see the world.
Right.
My first duty station was Mayport.
Okay.
So when they dropped me
That's
off,
why you're stuck here now.
Yeah, I'm stuck here now.
This is like our own little vortex. Once you're in Jacksonville, somehow you end up coming back, bro.
Yeah,
Even
come
when
on
you
vacation, leave on probation.
You're right. For real, dog.
But I love Jax though. Love it. You just got to find your corner of Jacksonville,
That's
live
true.
in it, and just do that. But military was great though. It showed you life outside of your small means of the world.
Right. Yeah. I would assume, like, especially like, I guess the military, like, because I dated somebody in the military for 4 years, and he went on.
You did one tour?
No, he did two.
I'm saying you did one.
Oh yeah, I did 2.
years.
I did. I was like, yeah, I did 2 tours with that guy. He went out. He went out twice, and he was on a what are they called?
A scorer?
A
frigate?
No, it could have been a cruiser, maybe.
Oh, cruiser. Okay, small boy.
Either just it could. I probably, if I said the name, you'd probably know what it was.
What
the
it is.
Philippine Sea.
Okay, yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Is it
about.
a destroyer? Or no, it's a cruiser, I think.
It may be a cruiser.
It was almost.
I was on a carrier, so everything's small.
Oh yeah. But a destroyer, I think, has different kind of weapons on it than a cruiser. I don't know.
Yeah, you were paying attention.
Either yeah, well, I've been on them, yeah, but I'm also from New
You
York.
been on him or been on the boat?
Both.
Pulls a large sexual device out of his pants. He tells the girl that he has a very large penis.
We have a soundboard here.
Yes, sir. I love it. I love it. I swear.
Been waiting to use it.
But and he was a quartermaster, dog. So I was dealing with that.
Yeah.
So the thing is too, I think his ship went out when those, they like when they had stuff with Syria or something.
Yeah.
Like that was when I think Trump was in office then too.
Oh, it was recent.
Yeah, recent.
Oh,
like this was like. I think he just, or maybe Obama, I can't remember. Somebody was in office. It was just like that transitional year.
So you get a new boyfriend every president? Or
It seems like it, dog. It does seem like it.
Like 4 years. Hey.
I was like, hey, we had number 6. Let's see, 6 years in after this. Yeah.
You gotta
Actually,
go.
you're not right. You're wrong. I mean, it'd be funny if I get another boyfriend during another Trump presidency.
Every inauguration, you knocking them down.
Another one.
Another one.
It's true, dog. That would be funny because it was like, I think it was 2019. So yeah. It would be every.
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time to find love.
Or maybe just don't get a boyfriend during a Trump presidency.
God bless America.
It's so true though. No, but I always find it like the military to me is like an interesting way of going through because like I heard so many stories from these guys, you know, like what
all
they
of them true.
like going to Turkey, going to Ukraine, going to all
Everything is
these
true.
places, you know.
Everything
Well,
is
that was
true.
before you could just walk in Ukraine. Before it was
Yeah, you can't go there now.
You can't
like
go.
that.
No, you don't want to have to be going there.
Yeah,
so
hell no.
yeah. So, but it's just interesting, and I also think as a comic though, it gives you another life experience that a lot of people may not understand. You know,
And a lot of great comics, they was in the Navy.
Right.
And you Google the comics that was in the Navy, they way funner than the Air Force, Marines, all y'all.
Oh,
other
you still
busters.
playing these games with these
yeah.
dudes?
Oh
huh?
yeah. We got some dudes. You hear me? We got some heavy hitters out here. You know.
Do you check on when they're playing the games? Like people may not know, but the Navy and military will play like
The Army Navy
yeah
game?
they'll play against each other. Whether I think it's football and baseball and
football,
like and
yeah.
softball or something like that. Yeah,
But yeah, most definitely, I keep an eye on that.
Navy strong. Something.
Navy strong. You got to do it, baby. They give me a check every month to remember them.
Yo, the Navy wives didn't like me though, dog.
I know, because all
I wouldn't marry him. Like I guess they didn't understand why I wouldn't marry
they
him.
couldn't believe you didn't want the benefits.
Well, yeah, they were. I was like, because I got my own.
Yeah,
like
they
I
couldn't
already
believe
get
that.
paid well, and I already have a kid, so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to get knocked up. You know?
Everybody used to like when we in the military, they'll get married to their friends so they can get the BAH and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
Nah. I mean, the thing is, too, I was like, we actually planned to get married after he got out.
Yeah.
And so that, plus, I was trying to make sure of something. And I
Yeah.
was right. I never got married to him. So there's your
Yeah.
answer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so there's ways, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've always just maneuvered slightly differently than a lot of women, but I also think it's because I had a kid young and
Yeah.
my priorities were
You already had
always-
your head straight. You already know.
I tried, but I still dated idiots. I mean,
I don't play that shit.
Yeah.
But one thing about the Navy is like when the boats go out, the women go out. It's like, yeah, they go out. They in the clubs.
Yo, I had a friend. He almost got jumped by a bunch of Navy dudes or Marines, I think, because his wife was going out on him, stepping out.
Yeah.
And then she had the audacity to throw it in his face. So instead of beating her up, he went and tried to find my friend.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was
That's
bad.
sad.
I was like, dog. He's like, I loved her, and I was like, she didn't love you.
She
No,
didn't
she was
love you.
married, bro.
Yeah.
She has to worry about them benefits.
But everybody fall in love with a whole one time. It's like it's just
But
come with
I
it.
didn't realize how common it was. I was like in our early 20s, and then when I got older and I dated the military guy, and he would tell me all this other drama.
Oh, yeah.
There's always drama between married couples and whatever. I was like, really?
There's some guys that go out to sea and they meet women overseas.
Oh yeah, I know about them houses. I know
yeah.
how cheap it is. I heard.
Yeah, but
I've even had. They sent me screenshots of the pictures of the menus that they have in like Turkey.
yeah,
When you go into those bars and they'll do anything or
Yeah.
whatever.
but you can catch that black clap and all that stuff over there.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
And it was like blue waffle, and they were showing all types of crazy shit. I was like, nope, nah.
Yeah, it was so weird. One menu, I think, and you know they're trying to translate into English, and I think one menu said something about banana instead of using the term penis.
Yeah.
They were using like that was their menu. Said banana
good.
lick, banana suck, banana something. It was so wild.
There's too many diseases out here for me.
Yeah, but it was like $2 US. So I was like, no wonder these guys are doing it, dude.
Some bring it. But some guys, man, they marry them women like.
True. Hey,
And like the earlier years, like the older
sometimes
sellers,
you can make a
Yeah.
make a hoe into a housewife. I mean,
yeah,
it can happen.
It's a whole lot of making though.
Yeah.
I'd rather build a bear than turn a whore
That's
into
true.
a housewife.
That's true. Just expect some shit not to always be
Yeah.
copacetic sometimes, you know? I mean, I don't
all.
know. To each his own, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, teach
like,
his own, man.
to each his own. Like I said, I've been in therapy, so I'm good. Like,
yeah.
so
How's therapy going for you?
it's there. I mean, no.
He like,
Bitch, all these rules.
all these rules.
No, it's funny. I was like talking to my therapist actually the other day, and I've told people, like, I have a joke because my therapist is black, so I was like, so she doesn't tell me to stop talking to my parents.
You gotta live with that shit.
Yeah, because she's like, bitch, that's still your parents, right?
Yeah.
Like, but it's true. I'm also Latin, so that's
Okay.
part of our culture. Is like we're still, you know,
Okay,
we
so
still.
local.
Hey, yeah.
Oh, for my people. All right.
And yeah, serious low level trust. You're right,
Who
dog.
was Crosstown?
He's another podcaster on this network.
Okay.
And he's a comedian as well. But his name's Cross Blocker.
Oh.
So but yeah, so it's just funny because like my mom, you know, like I love my mom, but also if I wanted to follow the rules of therapy, technically she should be one I cut off.
Not your
But
mama.
she's my mom.
But
you know what I mean? Like I can't do that to a woman who gave life
Yeah.
to me. And like
Yeah.
also I do have a
It's
spiritual,
hard raising your parents.
but
though.
I have a spiritual side of me that goes, there's a reason why
Yeah.
she's my mother. There's a reason why hopefully before anything happens, you know, we can work whatever that is out. So
Just
that
let it
way
go
when
today.
she goes, oh, well, I'm good is my mom that I'm worried, you know, letting things go. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, cause that's what I always tell her is like, Mom, you know, you're gonna, like, when you get to heaven or when you go, like, I don't want you holding anything.
Yeah,
You know what I
gotta-
mean?
Yeah, you gotta release that.
Release it. You know,
Yeah.
let it go here. You know,
I
because
tell people to let stuff go, but I hold a grudge just as long as I can.
you're like, but I'm petty.
Yeah, I'm petty. God forgive. I don't. I'm sorry.
Well, see, the thing is, I will forgive, but I don't forget.
Yeah,
you know what
most
I'm saying?
definitely, most
So like it also, if you've apologized to me, and I feel it's somewhat sincere,
Yeah.
right? Like you want to correct things, even if you may think you're right. You're trying to whatever smooth things over. That's fine, you know. But the thing is like, but I got your number now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
yeah,
like
yeah.
I'll always be respectful and cordial with you in public, especially if it's like another comedian.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to. You do you, boo. Like I'm not like
Do
I'm.
you,
not-
boo. Go
It's
ahead.
true. It's like I'm not even like worried. Like we don't
Yeah.
need to be friends, but we're technically colleagues, right?
Yeah.
So let's just, for everybody's benefit, act like professional and just be cool with each other in the same environment.
Yeah,
We don't
most
got to be
definitely.
friends,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'm I'm never gonna forget.
Yeah,
I got your number, bro. Like, yeah, I got your number. Like, so like the next time if something occurs, like that's just it. Like I won't even acknowledge you really. I'll probably still say what's up, but keep it moving. Like we're not gonna pretend this thing.
That's one thing I get from people. Like they look at me and they see me, they like, damn man, I didn't know you were like so cool and nice and you like the most politest guy.
You sure it's not them being racist?
Yeah. No, it be black people too.
Oh,
Shit,
really?
They be scared. Like I tell people I have shows, they think I'm a rapper. I'm like, I'm not a fucking
You know
rapper.
what it is though, is because you carry yourself with confidence.
Yeah, most
I
definitely.
think I think people who, and I'm not trying to insult anybody here before I say this, but I think people who are intimidated by confidence don't know how to interpret confidence.
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, oh, this guy's just confident, that doesn't mean he's going to be a dick.
No.
Wait till, because that's arrogance, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean? That's a difference between confidence and arrogance.
Yes,
you know?
most definitely.
Where it's a false confidence, in my opinion, where it's like, yo, dog, chill. Like, we get it.
But
you know?
I tell people, like in my mind, when I'm on a show, it's like this weekend, me and Mario Torre, shout out my boy Mario Torre from Atlanta. And just dropped this new cartoon, Slimeville. Y'all check that out.
Okay.
Yeah, Slimeville.
Where's it at?
He's in Atlanta.
But is it on YouTube or something? The Slimeville?
Slimeville. I think you can go to his page and get everything.
Okay,
Mario
like Instagram or Facebook. Okay,
it'd be Mario
Torres.
Torre. He had all the information.
Okay.
But like him, he's a funny comic. Like in this game, you meet a lot of like the older comics. They don't want a young, funny guy up there. You know, some guys come to the city and they request some of the unfunniest people ever. But when you have confidence, you're like, hey man, he tell me you go out there and kill it.
Right.
Like I'm his feature. We did 5 shows at the Comedy Zone this past weekend. And he like kill it. And then he said, this the last show, told me. Shout out to Jen Weeks. She hosted.
What's up, Jen?
Yeah, Jen.
I love Jen.
Leroy, yep.
I got to get around here.
Mm-hmm, yeah. And he was like, y'all kill it. We're not doing no likes. Just go out there and murder them. Leave your name on the stage. So like that's one of my main things, you know, like.
That's awesome though, because there is, there are some rules though, I would say for like newer comics though, that I want to say because you are a veteran. So I want to let people know there's a different set of skills you have through experience and then also just God-given talent, right?
Most definitely.
But I would say this too, like, and this is maybe, and I want your feedback. Like, I want to know what you think about this. I think if you're featuring for a headliner, out of respect, you try not to do as much crowd work because like they may have it plugged in that they're going to do like 10 to 15 scattered here or there. Because there are certain things like, because I know people, especially New York comics, they get in the groove. They feel in that vibe where they're so excited to get these laughs. And then they want to act like a headliner. Yeah. And so half the time, features or headliners are honestly probably not listening to their set, so they don't even know you asked the same couple in front, and then the audience gets tired of everybody asking that one couple. So it's awesome when you have a headliner who's like, no, just go do what you're gonna do because I already got what I got. Yeah. And he knows you're probably gonna, even if you do some crowd work, it ain't gonna be the same thing. Yeah. It ain't gonna be, because you already know how to kind of probably do just enough where it won't step on the headliner's toes, where I've seen younger comics don't know how to just throw a question out, but don't make it like, where do you work at? Where do don't, unless it's already an engagement thing where they already yell something at you. Yeah. That's a difference, right? When you're handling a heckler versus like, let's engage the audience for crowd work,
Yeah. And then, some comics, they'll say, hey, don't do this, don't do that. But out of respect, you do that, like, but when you got these guys like similar to like Mario Torre.
Who don't care.
Like Sean Jones, like these guys are like killers. So like you can be funny as all get up,
right?
But once they get off the stage, them people damn near forgot you was up there. Because it's like you forgot you came here to tell jokes because you done sat in the crowd and you just looking like.
It's so good.
It's so good. Like
I feel like that's how it would be to be on a Cat Williams show.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because Cat,
like Theo say, motherfucking Cat Williams. Shout out my boy Theo. Man.
Yeah, dude. Did you watch that whole?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Well, I just love Cat in general though, but he to me is a high vibrational person.
Oh, yeah,
like he's just like an already kind of enlightened being. You know what I mean? So like I don't think half the people realize the nuggets he's dropping when he drops them, because he is so intelligent. And
sometimes it's great information, but it's just coming from the wrong person, and you don't want to hear it. You know, like.
I mean, I love him, so I always hear it. But
I love Cat,
but I know what you mean. Like people may have an assumption about him, so they don't
wanna,
even put any grain of salt in what he's saying. But I mean, based off of what I believe in and stuff and what I've read. And that's the thing, too. I think sometimes Cat even dumbs it down for people. I actually think he dumbs it down a lot.
You can see the difference of the interview. Like, you can go look at Club Shay Shay videos.
Yes.
Then go look at the Theo. Or then, what's the other one? The older guy. It's like WHRO when he asks questions. It's an older man.
I know what you're talking about because he just started doing more interviews because he didn't used to do.
Yeah, this is an old interview when the guy like he asks you questions. I can't think. Of
Charlie. I think it's that BBC, not BBC. It's on the PBS.
Yeah, PBS. Yeah.
Charlie. Oh my God, I know what you're talking about.
But
it's Charlie something show.
Yeah. Okay, Charlie. We can go with
He's
Charlie.
a white dude though, and he asks these questions.
But you can just tell like he know. Like he got different conversations.
Yeah.
Like when he came to Club Shay Shay, he had some shit to say.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah, he busted.
I think I watched that interview 2 times, and it's like a 3-hour interview or something. But he had so many nuggets drop, and I was like, I gotta rewatch this.
Everything he was saying was the honest truth.
And what happened only a few weeks later?
Coming soon, weekly reader.
All that baby oil.
All
they
that
found
baby oil. That's some freaky shit. I'm telling you.
All that baby oil.
It's hard to
Did
use
you bring
a
condoms?
you can slip right out.
Who
the
knows? Dog, who knows with that dog? That guy though. Yeah, I mean, I always knew though something was freaky about him. Though.
Yeah,
I mean, he never denied.
Because like when he was on the Breakfast Club and he was talking to gangster rappers, he was like, "You ain't never partied with me, daddy." He's like, "Yeah, it's wild."
See, that stuff to me, that's when I go, "Oh, that's some evil."
Oh yeah, that's like
stuff like demonic, weird stuff, like weird dark energy of like that whole thing, and the fact that it was able to go on so long, then you wonder, you're like, dang man, was it that scary, like, for all these people to just put up blinders, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because people think, like, I tell them like this: when you stop using your craft and stop relying on hard work, that's when you're gonna have to start dancing with the devil.
That's it. That clout chasing stuff.
Yeah, that shit is a waste of time.
And I don't know if it's like our generation is different. I think. Well, how old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay, yeah, I'm 42. Okay, so we are of that generation. I think before we still had analog. You know what I'm saying? We still had VHS tapes, and like we had to rewind. We couldn't just tab back. You know what I'm saying? Like we didn't have the internet. Until
I was telling my kids about MapQuest. I'm like, I used to
print out
all the directions and shit.
I mean, we used to have to buy maps from a gas station. I mean, even before then, we have to be like, hold up, I got to pull over and make sure I'm making the right turn.
Most definitely.
And we had to know what north from south was. Like
longitude, latitude. These kids don't know shit.
I know they don't. They can't even write in cursive.
And you know what's crazy? I'm telling you, my son. I hate to put him out there like that, but this was just real. He was like, I was like, sign your name. He was like, Dad, I don't know how to write in cursive. Because when he was in the 3rd and 4th grade, it was COVID.
Right.
So he didn't go to school.
Right. So
he didn't get a chance to do it. And then they sound like it's a lost pastime. Like these kids don't even know they social.
You're so dumb.
I don't do my son like that. That's my baby.
It's so funny because like I made my daughter like do all this stuff because I was a single mom, right?
Yeah.
So I put it on her, some of this stuff. I was like, nah, you got it. Like I've kept it like it was 80s and 90s with some of this stuff. She's 22 now.
Oh, you can't say you're a single mom no more.
None anymore. Nah, she's on her own. But I did right, dog. I did right is what I'm saying.
You did a great job.
Yeah. So like, but the thing is now that she's lived on her own and her friends are still living at home and they complain about stuff that she goes, yo, you have no bills. What you talking about?
Yeah, she's not a whole accountability.
So she thanks me now because I even taught her how to use a debit card early, how to use credit, all this stuff that I didn't have. But also I was lucky. I worked at a bank. I learned while I worked there how to become financially responsible because nobody taught me,
most definitely.
You know what I mean? So unfortunately, these kids don't get that. And I taught her how to write cursive at home because I realized I think they had 1 week of that hand. So even if your son had gone, he probably would have lost it if he didn't practice it. You know what I mean?
We've been doing that now. Like, so he's getting good at it. And my wife said he write like me. So and my handwriting is horrible.
It's crazy because my brother's sister write like my dad, which is like chicken scratch. And I write like my mom, and her handwriting is like super neat and like really old school cursive.
So how many siblings you have?
I have 2. I have an older brother and a younger sister.
Okay.
So my older brother's about 5 years older than me, and my sister's only 16 months. So My mom was like still breastfeeding me when she got pregnant with
Oh,
my sister.
okay.
That poor lady, dog. Like,
they tell your dad to get off of
but
him.
my mom is from South America, so it's in
Okay.
our DNA to yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's one of 14 kids that survived because I think there was like 16 births. So and that's same parents.
Oh, you come from a fucking family.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
dog.
yeah.
Like that's why I look this way. I tell people because this is colonialism, dog. This was just like if you look at the rest of my family, they're all brown, and then you got my white ass just poking out.
Yeah,
like,
I was trying to figure out. I was like, is she Spanish?
yeah. You got my white ass just
Mexican.
yeah. I'm-
Mexican.
And I'm Chilean, just so everybody
Okay,
knows.
yeah.
I'm Chilean. So, but the thing is, my family comes in every color. So, like, I have some, but they're like blonde, blue-eyed, or green-eyed. But then they have like dark skin.
Yeah.
And then I have black cousins, like
Yeah.
half black, whatever. And then so like we would go in Miami when they'd visit, or we'd be playing. We'd go play like soccer. Like people thought we were an adult league. They'd be
Yeah.
like, "Hey, what baseball league is this?" They're like, "Bro, this ain't like
That's a
we're
family
cousins."
function.
And they're like, second, third. We're like, "Nah, we're all first cousins," because I have 35 plus first cousins.
What?
Yeah, I have a big family.
Y'all cannot invite nobody to a cookout.
My
It is
Uncle
crazy.
Lucho, what's up, Uncle Lucho?
Uncle Lucho, he said he got that cocaina.
he had 8 kids, just
Yeah.
him. So he had 7 sons and 1 daughter. He said he'd stop when he got his daughter, and he did.
Damn.
His oldest is like 50, in his 50s. The youngest is like 14.
Damn. Uncle
He's
Lucho.
what we call a papi chulo.
A
son.
papi chulo.
He is, but he took care of every one of them.
That's
He's still
good, though.
taking care of his daughter.
And that's why I say confident on stage, because I take care of my kids.
Yeah.
And since day one, we've been like, we grew up together. So when I say fuck them kids,
You mean it?
I
now.
mean it, because I take care of
Yeah,
it.
you take care of. That's what I tell people. Like when I've called my daughter an asshole on stage. I was
Yeah,
like,
most definitely.
but,
They are.
but they can be. But I mean, I also love the shit out of
Yeah, most
her.
definitely.
And she is a great person. But just like I can be an asshole, so can
Yeah.
she?
They definitely are. They come from you. Like,
Yeah.
if you want to duck your problems in
Yeah,
life,
right.
have a kid.
I mean-
You'll face your shit straight up. You like, I'm that fucked up. Like,
Yeah, dude, there was a few times when I was raising her where I had to be like, "Yo, this is because of me.
Yeah.
Like this has to be because
I was neglected.
exactly for real, dog."
like my son, he'll be 21. He'll be 21
Right.
next month. So it's like, it's crazy. He in Ohio in college. So like, I think like he come home, he's so quiet. And,
Right.
Yeah, that motherfucker up there partying. Then I got my middle son, Sincere. He the stubborn me. So like, if it don't go his way, he don't give a damn. Like if I tell him we going to the store,
Right,
buy
right.
shoes, I'm like, I'm not driving all around. All the stores got the same shoes.
Right.
If you don't get shit out of here,
That's it.
you're not getting nothing.
Right.
He'll just go sit in the car.
Yeah. Well, good then.
But in your mind, you like, fuck.
Yeah,
Now he don't got shoes for school.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's on them because
Yeah,
listen, my parents never offered to get me shoes. It was whatever we had, and my mom was a thrift store queen and a garage sale queen.
Yeah.
Because, coming from South America, and I'm born in New York City. So, like, the Jewish people have bazaars. So, what they do is, like, it's usually fill a bag. So, like, you see all these Caribbean and Latin people waiting in line, and they're paying that $10 fill a bag paper fill a bag.
Yeah.
And yeah, we roll in there, we roll up the clothes, and we know how to like fill all
Yeah,
those.
fill that motherfucker up.
Yeah, because my mom would turn around and go resell it at Jamaica Queens at the flea market for double the price.
Oh, your mama hustle.
Oh yeah, that's part of our we always hustling. Like if you knew my brother and sister, like all of us always, and my dad too. He's Sicilian, so that's that.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Italian side of it.
Yeah, you got it going on. So you.
It's just funny though because like I'm appreciative of that because at least I got to experience that because I look like this and people assume stuff and I'm like nah, I lived a brown life, dog. Like my mom beat me. Like it was.
She said a brown life? Didn't you live like black people?
No, like meaning like the just being a minority, a different set of standards. Because like there is I think a mutual pattern that happens within different cultures outside of white people, you know what I mean? So like brown people, Asian people, like our parents reprimanded us.
Yeah, but I think the Florida white people are different.
Yeah.
They whoop their kids' ass.
Yeah, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a southern thing they
seen
get switches and stuff like
Lil
that.
Tucker get his ass tore up in the Dollar Tree. I was like, run. Run. Your mama ain't bullshit.
I haven't seen enough though. I'll tell you that like when I lived in California in Oakland,
Oh, you stayed in Oakland too?
Yeah, I lived in Oakland.
The Bay.
And I'll tell
Shout
you,
out Lil Russell.
I'll tell you that Target allows black people in, so don't worry. They running it. Oakland is run by black people, so which is actually really nice. I love it.
You got to go on the other side of the bridge. That's like what?
That's East Bay.
Yeah.
East Bay. Now San Francisco, I don't know what's going on over there.
Yeah.
That's
Homosexuals.
Some baby oil. Some baby oil.
There's more
there.
than that over there. There's so many things over in San Francisco, dog. Like that. You want to see some crazy stuff? Go to that Folsom Street Fair thing they do. Then everything's out. Everything's out in them streets. Dog.
Like I told the guy last night. I was like, we may take some shots in the back, man. But he was like, nah. No. They asked him. Do he drink? He was like, I do everything. I was like, nah. This ain't an everything type of night right here, baby. You get you one of these shots of Patron, carry your ass home.
Yeah,
man.
for real.
We're not doing everything.
For real, because like San Fran is just I've seen San Francisco like progress into what it is. Like my friend used to live there in 2007. Lived right off of Haight Street. He could afford one of those, Bay Area apartments, like where because he went to an art school. Yeah. So like it was, and then the community there too was Hispanic, Black. It wasn't like it's a good mix, you know. Now is like when I lived there in 2018, I moved back to Jacksonville, but when I was there in 2017 to 18, it was dead on the streets. Like no buses really, no people walking. Because when I went to visit him, it was hustle and bustle. It was like a normal major city, like. It felt like New York in a way, but just a little more hippy dippy, you know, but still vibing, still getting cheap food, still seeing those little, markets where people selling roses on the corner, so really like had character,
Yeah.
And then they gentrified the fuck out of it, and nobody's there. Nobody's outside even.
Yeah, that's
and that area's beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So I was like, what is this? This is sad.
Once you see an Audi pop up or public.
My friend picked us up in an Audi in 2007 with a zip car back then. Like
I'm sorry, Audi. What was that? Audi, the grocery store? I'm saying it wrong.
Aldi.
Oh yeah, Aldi.
I thought you meant Audi, the car.
I
was
like, car. Oh, like when them grocery stores start popping up. Yeah,
that's true.
They're about to.
Well, they have one on Normandy, dog. That thing never got gentrified, so we okay.
Yeah, it's like fuck it. Nobody want to come out here. No.
Well, no, I went to it. I love that one off of Normandy, dog. It's right by the Walmart. If you guys see it, it's still cool. It's fine. It's still on the cusp. It's not gentrified yet, but it's not too bad either. Where it's like it's still in the middle road. Yeah. You may still get cut off and yelled at and stuff chucked at your car. Who knows?
Yeah, like our neighborhood, like nobody live here. It's like everybody from out of town here in Oakley. So
I want to ask you though. This is the part where I normally ask comics this question. And I warned you ahead of time because I had a feeling that you'd be like way more Christian based in your beliefs. Which
I just went to church today.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
All right.
Praise God. And so. Normally, though, I ask people if they have any beliefs or if they've had any paranormal experiences. And paranormal doesn't, and I should say this, if you have had divine experiences too, like if you've had experiences with God that some people may call paranormal because they don't interpret it that way, I'd love to hear those too. But I want to know if you believe in that stuff. And when I say paranormal, that includes extraterrestrial, ghosts, cryptids like Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, whatever, like, do you have any of those kind of beliefs?
Honestly, I do believe in ghosts, where spirits coming back because when we was young, like it was a lot of crazy. Like I'm from Virginia, so
there's history out there.
It's like a lot of stuff that you see, and then being around your grandma and she telling you stories,
right?
And now it's just like when you lose someone so close to you,
right?
Like you can smell them, like you can, like this shit is crazy. It's like
we call that a gustance.
Yeah,
it's a clair. It's a clair. Actually, it's an ability. Yeah, we call it a clairgustance.
Okay, you got a word for it.
Yeah,
okay.
It's a word. It's well, it's not scientific. It's kind of pseudoscience. People would say,
definitely.
but the metaphysical world calls that clairgustance. That you can smell or taste.
Yeah,
certain things that may remind you of something.
Yeah, so it's been a lot of great things, man. So like I tell people all the time, like I believe in that higher power,
right?
Because living here in the earth, like the flesh weak, so we need the supernatural,
right?
And I respect anybody that what they believe in, and because I done seen miracles, like
right,
like not like those late night church ones.
No, I know what you mean.
Walk and shit, like yo, give it up to this brother. He walking now. Like this motherfucker got tennis shoes on,
right?
Like.
So what kind of miracles though? I want to know. Like did you?
For one thing, I can say this. My sister, she had heart failure.
Mm-hmm.
She had heart failure. So we had, I think that's Old St. Augustine.
Yeah.
Baptist South, if I'm not mistaken. They told us it was over.
Right.
It was over. I seen it all. They said it was over. They told us to go in there and say our last words. And I just didn't feel that.
Right.
I feel like she was
in your gut. You kind of knew.
I can look at her. She looked like she's not there.
But something was telling you.
Something tell me like, no, I ain't saying goodbye. You know what I'm saying? So, like 8 days later, she was in a coma for her whole 8 days. It was a white nurse. I wish I could remember her name. Everybody was like, pull the plug. It was over. She just like, nah, we got to give her time. She fighting. Give her time. And like, I'm at the barbershop. It sounds crazy because I got a bald head, but I'm not lying. I was at the barbershop. And she called me. She was like, hey, babe, bro, they going to let me out. I'm looking at my phone. I'm like, this motherfucker was dead when I seen him the other day. You know what I'm saying? But nah, man, I just tell people, man, like, I don't disrespect nobody's beliefs, but I know it's a supernatural. And she came back for 2 years, like strong, like
she probably had stuff to do.
God brought her back on a mission. And I'm talking about, she can be sick, but once she get on her videos and she speak the word, and she was just here to, put me on a path.
Right.
That's how I say, So
that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't think people realize, because I do have that belief that people have things that they want to complete, and people don't realize that's not even for them. It's sometimes for others.
Yeah, it's for others. Yeah, most definitely. So.
I mean, and to me, what is more divine than thinking of others, like helping others and recognizing we're all interconnected? You know what I mean? Like that, which is why I don't understand our divisions sometimes, because I'm like, yo, like, we all come from the same source, guys.
This shit is crazy.
And we're going back.
Just remember.
So just remember that, because you're taking all of this back with you.
Yeah,
you better walk a right path. In my opinion, that's just be aware. Be aware. Yeah, that
and know that what you put out in the universe is definitely coming back to you.
Yeah, 100%. I feel that. I try to explain that to people. Is like, I'm just a mirror. So like, you may not get what you want from me, but that's because you need to see your reflection. You need to see how you're behaving.
Oh, you know how to break up with people. That is a good way to break up. It's like, I'm a mirror. The problem is not me. What you looking at is your problem. This is you. Like, this shit is bigger than me.
You created this, mama.
You gotta get out in 4 years. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You know how to get the hell out.
Never done that,
though. I felt so comfortable. I was like, I guess so. It's me.
Yo, I'll go try to use that next time if I ever.
That shit is good. That was good. Right.
No, but it's just true of how I see people sometimes project their thoughts of what I'm thinking, or what they think my motivations are, when it never is. So they assume I'm going to respond in the way that I never would.
Yeah.
So when I don't respond in the way, then they have to reflect upon themselves. Yeah. How did I approach this? Like, why did I assume this? Why? Because I'm still never going to give them what it is, which sometimes is to be combatant. People think you're going to be combative or defensive, but I mean, that's their own personal trauma, right? Like, they're just projecting it because that's what they're
that's
assuming.
What they're comfortable. It's like some people, like, they won't have energy to hustle, but they got energy to argue. Like,
or to bitch and complain, dog. It's like, hey, you have a choice.
Yeah, you could
go do the same thing, dude.
Shit,
you could go do the same thing.
Most definitely.
But you're not. Now you're bitter. But like, that's what I was saying about the newer and older comics. I appreciate the older comics that recognize that it's just a new class of comics. They're just gonna do it their way, and you're gonna do it your way. You know what I'm
because like,
saying?
I go to the mics and it'd be like 63 comics in that month. They be looking at me like, who is this guy? Then they'll see me somewhere else like, hey man, my bad for not. Yeah, I'm like, it's all good.
Which is crazy to me, because like, why don't you just treat everybody the same? Because guess what? You don't know who you're running into, but that's little kid shit. You know what I mean? Like, as an adult, we know.
Yeah.
Just through our life experience, that you have no idea who this person's going to end up in your life. So why not come with respect immediately? Like, just be kind to people.
Yeah,
like,
most definitely. Like,
there's no reason to be a weirdo, dog.
I always give you my gentleman first.
Right.
Like, I respect everybody. I treat the janitor like I treat the CEO. Like, I'm not going.
But I'm a weirdo, because I come up to people. I'll be like, hey, man, love you say. Like, I have no problem.
I give a damn.
You're like, I remember when I first walked up to you, you're like, all right, well, thanks. Because I think we had met before, but you didn't remember me. And I'd seen you again. I was like, hey, man, great set. Because that's when I saw you at my buddy's bar, Bay Street.
Yeah.
When he was my buddy was running that mic, and it was funny. I was like, oh, he's out again, because I hadn't seen you. I don't know where I had seen you before. Maybe it was Justice Pub or something like that with Flo's mic, but and so I don't have a problem. Like I'm just a weirdo who likes giving compliments to comics. Like, so I don't mind going up. That's how I met Will. Will was like, who's this white girl just walking up to me? Because I was like, yo, I loved your set. I had no idea who he was.
I ain't seen Will in a while, man. Will was one of my favorites.
He's always going to be one of my favorites, man. Like I would say you, Will, like you guys just always murder Buck, of course. Buck has his own style of going up there. I don't even know if some people realize how talented all you guys are, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People who especially don't do comedy, you know, because you guys make it look easy. You guys make it look easy, and that's the problem. That's the problem. People don't realize it. I mean, it can be fun.
Yeah, but I tell them all the time, like when you first start out in comedy, like I'm not from here, so I was talking faster, and then, you know, I was like,
oh yeah, you had
I was really like outside, like, you know, I'm on stage, I got my gun on me, I don't even have a shirt on. It's just I got a
Will
picture.
talks about that too. He's like, I'm strapped, dog. Like,
yeah, like all the time. But like, I was different. I ain't had the image, you know, and they was like, damn, kind of crazy. Or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, they was kind of scared of me at first. But
I guess you walk in with those glasses, dog.
These my Dollar Tree.
Wear a fat chain on
These
it.
my
Yeah,
Dollar
but
Tree
that's
specials.
I like them though. They're
Yeah.
good shape
I could
though.
probably teach you a few things.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I tell comics, man, when you first start off, man, you gonna eat your shit burgers. You know, like when you bombing, and that's gonna build character.
Well, so I want to bring it back to the weird stuff about the paranormal stuff, because it is in correlation with this. I do think comics, this is my own theory, and also my mentor's theory, is that the comics, and she stipulated good comics because she's like, obviously not everybody, but she's like that you guys have the ability to read a room.
Oh yes.
You know what I mean? Like it's an energy give and take, and the ones who don't, you know, like that's when they bomb, or that's when, because they're not reading.
You gotta read the room.
You're right, that you have to bring these people back in, or you got to move somehow to get them back on your side.
And that's one thing I learned. Shout out to my boy Dean, Fat Cats Comedy, Dean Roberts. I was the host at the Comedy Club of Jacks for like 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
And what I do, man, sometimes I have an all room full of older white people. I have a room full of mixed crowd.
Right, yeah.
I have an all, rowdy crowd, however it goes. But you got to know how to read the room. And one pet peeve that I go off of, me and my homeboy Tez Brooks, that's another great comic here, Cortez Brooks.
I was trying to find Tez online. I don't see him online.
Yeah, Tez,
Tez, where'd you at, dog? I was gonna ask you to be on here, and I didn't see him online.
Black people, when we fast, we fast on social media.
I know.
Too.
I was like,
he just in a little rebuild stage.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. I was like, I hope he's back, comes back, because I literally went to look for him, and then it told me his account was deactivated, because you can see when it tells you accounts that you follow were deactivated. And I was like, maybe his Facebook's still up.
He'll be back.
And I didn't see it.
No.
Well, tell Tez, I had looked for him because I was going to ask him.
Yeah. We're gonna let him know. Like, Tez, man, people out here looking for you. Mario calling me looking for you.
Yeah.
You need to come on back outside. But my boy, he should be out. He'll be out by the
He's
spring.
another good one. Tez
he like a McRib. He like the McRib. He pop up every 3 months. So.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be back.
Okay.
But like I was saying, but one thing I was saying though, like we always go by the code. Like when people start bombing on the show, get out the room,
right?
Because like that shit, like the Holy Ghost. You know, if that bomb spirit get into you, because you ever notice like somebody struggling on stage, and then you go up like, oh yeah, y'all a tough crowd. It's not a tough crowd. Your job. The whole reason that you are here, the only reason that we got your name on this paper is to make people laugh.
True. That's the thing too. I think a paid showcase is way different than a mic, right?
Yeah, different than a mic. Yeah.
Sometimes that audience is weird though. Sometimes a mic audience.
But a mic is weird here because there's a whole lot of comics. Yeah, it's just comics in the crowd.
Sometimes we went to a Voosbar mic, like I don't know how many weeks ago, and I don't go often. But when I do, like, it's okay, maybe a handful of people there, whatever, as guests, not comics. But last week or whenever it was, or weekend before, it was me and Brandon Follett. I don't know if you met Brandon yet, but he's a funny comic. And he doesn't like to make that excuse either, where we go, oh, it's the audience, because it's our job to kind of win them over. But that audience, I mean, I got some laughs, whatever, but it wasn't as bad as, I didn't think it was as bad, but there was a vibe where, You're like, are they just really
You
drunk?
know why? You know why I say this? Because Miss Dana Lewis, she ran First Sunday Comedy. I'm not sure if I'm saying it wrong, but Miss Dana, she ran a comedy over Skyline on the north side. So you know, you were there, and the stage is like 10 foot tall.
Kind of like downtown. What's that place next door to? Come on, you know that place.
A live bar?
No, it's next door to Ian's Bar, Justice Pub.
That's the live bar.
Is it that venue?
No. This is where they have I think it's called Elevation now.
Okay.
Yeah, but that crowd, like I tell people, like I was saying that I was a young comic, and like people eating, talking, you know, like they ain't paying attention to you.
Right.
But like once I got funny, like it took me about 2 months to work over that crowd, 2 to 3 months. But once I figured out that I can get their attention,
right,
and then they locked in, then I was like, shit, I can do this anywhere. Because I know comics that was terrified to get up there because they'll talk over you, they'll damn near boo your ass, but that's what you want though.
See, that's the thing too. Like I love going into black rooms because like I feel like if I can get black women to laugh at my jokes, I've won the lottery.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. So if I have black women on my side, I don't care about nobody in the audience, dog. Like for real. I don't even care if I'm in a white room and it's only 2 black girls in the room. But if I got them laughing and cheering me on, that's it. They're my only audience now.
Hey, and one thing I say, like this, one of my main pet peeves, like in this game, is like comedy don't have a gender, comedy don't have a race. So like you see me like at Blue Jays and I do the same sets like
everywhere.
I go to churches.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I'm giving you that no Murphy blues. Like I'm gonna bring you into my Franklin mindset. You know, like that's why once you come to my show, I call you cuz. Like it don't matter. Like like that's what I do. I like last night. You see the guy that I took a picture with? Joe Biden. I said he looked like Joe Biden on the page.
Right.
Like it don't matter. Like I know like the heart. We pump the same blood.
Right.
And funny is funny. So like I catch myself when I say a white room or black room, but you know it's just different graphics. You gotta respect that.
Yeah.
But when I go in there, I'm gonna be me.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm gonna be me, and you gonna love this shit.
And that's what I've learned is like as long as you're authentically yourself, of course they're gonna like you, right? If obviously you're likable, right?
yeah. You just gotta be likable, and on top of that, it's like you said, read the room and just be respectful and come in there and do your thing. Like, that's just me. And I never I can do crowd work and pick at people. Like I got some funny shit that I recorded over this weekend. I just need to get with somebody that can chop it up and get me right. But Mikey B supposed to did that, but he moved to fucking Nashville.
How many minutes is it?
Oh, I got buku shit.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, if it's like a 5 or 10, 15 minute set, what do you need? Like little
snippets. And, you know, I deleted my TikTok and then it came back. Like, what type of bad drug
I'm not
deal
allowed to have TikTok, so I'm not.
You can't have TikTok?
No, because of what I do for work. So I can't because I work for the government. So like indirectly work for them. So we're not allowed once you're like working for them. They put that as a stipulation just in case somebody wants to come and
hack your shit.
Yeah,
but somebody just damn near took our information.
Yeah, I was like, everybody's taking everybody's information, so I don't know.
Well, you take mine, you can give it back. My shit fucked up.
That's what I tell everybody. I was like, you don't want my credit score, dog. Well, like, I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not like it's not the best either.
You steal my credit. You gonna text me like, hey man, here's a credit repair people that can help you out. There's some shit going on.
All right. I'm gonna ask you this, and Marshall, if you want to prep, because I just want to show him this video.
Okay.
Because wait, I want to know. Do you believe in aliens? Okay, so
there's some aliens out there.
So watch this video. Okay, this happened to me in January, dog. You can see my dash cam thing.
Yeah.
I'm leaving. We had just tested out the podcast. I'm leaving, and this is 9B, which is now 295.
Yes.
So I'm heading, I believe, north right now. And not that people care, but I'm just letting you know where the overpass is. Just before the overpass, this light pops up, and you'll see it. I thought it was like just a regular light, in the street. So I didn't really even notice it. And then until I came around here, and I was like, that's weird. It looks a little high. But then I was like, maybe my perspective's off because the road's turning.
Yeah.
But this is where it's like a weird time thing, where all these cars out of nowhere just kind of zoom off. And then I realize wait a second. That's not a light.
Hell no.
That's not a street light. Look at this. And in the audio, you can't hear it, but I'm sure our listeners can. I get this close and I go, how's it going, dude? Like, because I realize what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
And
what the fuck is that?
Exactly, dog.
But you know, it may be the military. I mean, the government doing some weird shit.
That was the military. I can tell you that. You know how I know too, because I've seen military drones at night when they don't even have lights, like they're stealth.
You know they have the bird drones now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've seen those, and that stuff's weird, dog, because they're big too.
Yeah.
And so when you see it just floating in darkness like that, I've seen it over. I saw it on 295 one time, and 295 going to another mic one night, and I was like, because at first I was like, oh, and then I realized I think that's a military drone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they're more shaped like angular, you know, longer. So in that video too, what I didn't realize, because I kept watching it over and over, another one of those lights was in the sky, by the way, to the left of it. Another one was just hanging out waiting. And that's what I really didn't realize till the second part, till I watched it a few times. So once we get back under the overpass again too, you'll realize there's another light just hanging out waiting. And it's a further away, but it's like, I think it's just watching to make sure.
Yeah.
So my group that because I have spiritual beliefs and whatever, but my group, they do try to contact these beings.
Yeah?
Yeah. And
like email, text message?
There's C35 events or CE5 events, which is basically a certain structure of how, like, it's a certain rules of how to contact them, like through meditation and like all this stuff. Here's the second one, by the way. It's up at the top.
I see it.
Yeah. So I realized it came in after, and I was just hovering, waiting.
I'm glad you got footage of it. I'd have thought like you got some good weed.
Yeah, dog. Right. I mean, but here's the thing.
It's just hanging out over there. That's
yeah. It's so I hate this though, because I would have kept the rest, because I should have seen if it followed me like all the way home, because I wasn't far from my house.
Do you think like when you reach out to like me, like it's not like a joke. I'm trying to like tap into what you got going on. You know, like, do you think like you and your group reaching out to stuff like that, it kind of like brings stuff like that to your
Oh, 100%, because they're like telepathic beings.
Yeah.
So like but these are, we believe, but we also have a belief that there's several species of aliens. It's not like just one, you know what I mean? I just posted the other day, we just got pictures of a new solar system. So it's another solar system that has a sun in the center of its thing. Like it has the same structure as ours. They just can't tell what the planets consist of yet. You know, they don't know if it's an Earth base, you know? So here's how I look at it. I believe in God, right? Yeah. So I believe that why wouldn't God create multiple universes? It can. Yeah. And who's to say that we're not just one, we're just not one species of different humanoid things, you know? So the particular species I believe this may be is a Palladian. And they're supposed to look humanoid like us.
For real?
Yeah. And so they have like similar, but they have the ability to energetically move through the universe, so they don't have to be in vehicles. That's why you see light. That's why you see orbs of light instead of actual drones or vehicles. Now, like if you see grays or something like that, that's why you see sometimes those. And these are just theories, by the way, guys. I'm not saying I know this for a fact, because obviously I've experienced this. This is my personal experience. But other people with like, if they see those silver discs, those are more tangible, you know, crafts. Those are different types of species of aliens. So like when you see like these energetic ones, those are usually different, you know, they can move through the universe differently.
Oh, that's some deep shit right
Just
there.
like we have different abilities. Like anybody can do what I do, like versus like reading energy or whatever. It's ingrained in us. It's given to us.
You started that like young or?
I did, but not unintentionally, but then I couldn't. I thought my daughter started seeing stuff and she was real little. So I didn't know how to protect her, or I thought I didn't. So I was like, well, I'm going to call in some angels and some principalities of God, and I'm going to make sure they protect the house. And then I'm going to stop doing what I was doing, which was like, I was lucid dreaming. I was able to astral project, like all this stuff, but I didn't have a guide. Like I have a mentor now, and I didn't know how to like call upon my spirit team, because each one of us, these are just my crazy beliefs. Each one of us has a spirit team.
Yeah, most definitely.
So, and people who look out for us. I didn't know how to really communicate the way I needed to, but they were trying to talk to me. I didn't realize like they were, my guides were coming to me.
Yeah.
But I didn't know how like how to really listen to them properly.
Okay.
So when it affected my daughter, then I was like, yo, okay, I don't know what to do. But, my mentor now, she's like, I wish you hadn't done that. Because I was having an awakening, basically. I was what they call an awakening. And then I pushed it aside, and then the universe and my guys kept trying to push me back. And then now in the last year or so, I've been doing it. I had an event where made me question everything. And so I was like, okay, I need to start listening to the divine again. I hadn't been praying enough. I hadn't been doing what I used to do. Mm-hmm. And guess what? They were like, that's not going to cut it. If you're sad about all this stuff, well, you need to get back on doing this stuff because you've not been asking us for help. Okay. So that's the thing. People don't realize, like, I know people may make fun of people praying and all this stuff, but it does matter.
Man, listen.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you this, man. If I don't knock nobody, you believe in what you believe in. Right. But prayer changed the impossible every time.
It's energy. It manifests.
It's manifesting.
Yeah.
It's just, you have to pray.
Right.
If
just
you
ask
get
for
on your
the help.
knees and do anything, you need to pray.
And just know, too, guys, that sometimes they do answer you, just maybe not in the way you thought about.
It's not your time.
Yeah.
It's like I tell people all the time, like me, I had a timeline on what should I be doing in comedy. I should be here. I should be there. But God has you in a place where where He needs you at.
Right.
And like my purpose now is like I'm constantly doing my comedy. I'm in a great space mentally, but he has me here for to raise my boys.
Right.
It's like it's nothing that you can. This time has been a parent, and this vital time now. You can't get it back. So you could be a comic till you're 71, 80 years old.
Well, you also coach football too.
That's the funniest thing about it. I don't coach. I just I'm just so
involved your kids?
with my kids.
Aww,
like
that's great though.
People think that I coach, but I don't coach. It's just.
But in some ways you do though by being there.
Yeah. I'm coaching them. I train them. I train my boys up. We weight lift. We spend a lot of money that my wife get mad at, but we don't give a damn.
Yeah, but that's good though. That's the balance though. I think people don't realize is like I always I call source God, whatever you guys want to call it, but I always think that what people don't realize is since we are part of God, we're supposed to be creating and manifesting like what you're doing. That like also. Helping and coaching,
plant seeds.
Parents are part of being God. Being a parent is like that kind of gift that you can understand. Like that you're supposed to try, right? To learn. At least for me, like where that was the opportunity to understand what it is God may experience as being our parent, right? Like that unconditional love, but still giving them the life lessons that you're gonna make a choice, but you're gonna have to suffer through that choice, whatever that may be. I'll be here to help you. But you got to help yourself first. You know what I mean? So that's what, and sometimes that means tough love.
Yeah, sometimes you got to give them that tough love, but
Yeah, we're always going to.
Yeah.
But Antwan, I know we're almost out of time here. And I wanted you to basically let anybody know, like, I know you have a show coming up too, right?
Yeah, I'm going to read them off right now because I got on the news. I got on what's that called? River City Live.
River City Live, yeah.
Yeah, and Rance, he asked me when was my next show, and I went to Mumble Mouth. I was like, I don't know. But I just did Comedy Zone with Mario. Yeah, y'all missed that. That was a treat. We about to drop some more. My next show will be on the 19th. The 19th of February. I'll be back. River City Comedy at Comedy Zone.
At Comedy Zone? Is that the Best of Jack's?
Best of Jack's. That's a Wednesday. I'll be there.
That's the Best of Jack's. You guys can also follow River City Comedy online too to get their updates. I believe they do that show every Wednesday.
Yep.
And you get to see a bunch of comics within the Jacksonville area perform that maybe you haven't had a chance. That's a paid show. Is that a pay or a free show? I can't remember.
No, that one's just a weekly show. I think that's a free show.
Okay.
And then that following Thursday is the 20th. This is a paid show. That's the Voodoo Brewing River City Showcase.
Yeah, it's another River City show at Voodoo Brewing. That's definitely a paid show. So I'm sure if you go to Instagram, you can click the link and
most definitely
buy the tickets on there.
Y'all come out, get your laugh on. And the 22nd, which is that Saturday, I'll be in Orlando, Florida, doing a Blacks in Art Entertainment, Black History Month with Straight Foolish. Shout out to my boy Curtis Bateman. down
What's
there.
that?
Comedian
What's
Curtis
up,
Bateman
Chris?
down there doing his thing. That's February 22nd, Orlando, Florida. Get them tickets. Let's come out, have a good time.
Orlando is also an awesome
Oh,
city
yes.
for comedy. There's some hilarious comics.
Then we
there.
finishing the month. The 28th, I'll be at Lynch's comedy show. It's kind of weird. They got a black man at Lynch's.
Is that in the Tully room in the back?
Yeah, Tully room in the back in the Tully. So we in the back of the Tully. I gotta check one. I think CJ have a show. Which month is that CJ show? That's March. I'm sorry, that's March. I ain't got that flight yet.
Okay.
Yeah, but I have one more after Lynch's. It would be Jokes and Jams. That's at the Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Hall on 601 Stockton Street. I'll be the headliner along with Leroy, Reva K.
Which Leroy? Because we got a lot of Leroys.
The last one.
There we go.
Shit,
there, I want you to make sure that the last.
Okay, put some respect on the last Leroy.
But yes, put some
Who's
respect.
your master?
I hope he hears this and knows that I did that for him.
Yeah, put some respect on Leroy. Leroy hosted at the Comedy Zone.
Yeah, because too. I mean, we got our boy Leroy Aaron too. But
okay,
that's why. Yeah. There's
okay.
two Leroys, and Leroy Aaron's on the River City Live.
Yeah,
as well.
I just know that.
Yeah.
I know he was.
So I want to make sure I want to make sure you guys know out there in the world, there's two Leroy comics in Jacksonville, and one's the last and one's the Aaron.
And that's the 8th of March. That's my son's birthday. So, get a little birthday money.
Right.
And give it to him.
And I'm sure you'll be posting this on your Instagram.
All these, I'm reading them right off my Instagram, Antwan Murphy _ we gonna be big. It's WGBB. That's my brand, my entertainment brand. We gonna be big.
Okay.
I can't do it without you, and we can't do it without God. So that's how we do it.
Amen.
Like that. And March 15th, I'll be headlining at Christy B Comedy Club. Me and my cousin Sean Murphy. My Caucasian cousin. Yeah, that's my boy.
That's my dog. No, he's gonna come on here too because
Sean is hella funny. You hear me?
No,
yeah,
dude,
Murphy.
He's so funny because he posted something the other day. He was giving shots out to his dojo master because he did some heel kick. He said he showed his little cold brew and he's like, I took one sip of this and I broke this with my heel, no blood.
Yeah, he's
funny
like,
no
guy,
blood
man.
on my heel.
That's my dude. But
that's powerful.
Yeah, that's Christy B Comedy Club. You can go to ChristyBComedy.com and get those tickets. Showtime 7:00.
It's a nice little comedy club.
Yeah, a little small, intimate room.
It's an intimate room. It's a nice room.
Have a great
Shout
time.
out to Christy B.
Christy B doing her thing. I really appreciate her. And April 4th. We don't skip all the way to April. I'm back with my boy Fat Cats. That's the one that we started with. Shout out to Fat Cats, my boy Dean. What's up, P? Look, this dollar texting me right now. I should have called the phone while he on the air. But that's April 4th. We down at Breezy Jazz Club off San Marco.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you can go to.
That's where they moved to. I didn't realize where they moved to.
Yeah,
because I know they were in Riverside for a period of time.
Yeah, so you can go to Fat Cats. Fatcats.com and get those tickets. Antwan Murphy and Friends. That's April 4th. That's all I have for right now.
That's a lot though. Do you see he out here working, guys?
Yeah, I'm outside. I'm outside. I'm not playing. I'm telling you. I used to sell coke, but now I sling jokes. But I have one more, I think.
Oh yeah.
I got one more. Let me see. That's for my boy CJ Couch. I think that's going to be on that's the 14th of March.
Okay.
That's a Friday.
Is that at Josephine's or something?
No, he have a new room he doing. I'm headlining there. It's the first new month show he doing. It's called Burlap and Barrel in Riverside.
Burlap and Barrel?
Yeah. What is that?
I don't know.
Sound
or
like
maybe Barley and Barrel?
Yeah, it said Burlap and Barrel.
I don't know.
It sound like a country. It sound like an old Western strip club.
I don't know. Maybe it's a brewery or something.
Yes.
I personally don't know.
So that's a new thing, like brewery. It's like a bar.
Yeah, it's like some of them, and then they have food too. So sometimes it works if they have little because it's like, I guess it could be a good setting too for comedy, just because they're drinking and just having a little food.
Yeah, most
here
definitely,
and there.
man.
Yeah.
We trying to. I'm trying to get a room here. I'm working on. Right now, I'm in the works of getting the Epic Theater, the movie theater. Get those on Sundays. Yeah, they let you rent them out for dirt cheap, man. I did a show in Tampa. They was doing them at the theater, so I pitched I pitched the idea. There's no comedy on this side of town, so it'll be great. And you don't got to deal with the. Also,
pictured would be probably cool in those little theaters.
Yeah, so it'll be a great thing, man. I I just love to see everybody out now, just grinding and believing in what we're doing. They even have a 12 o'clock show I did.
Yes. So River City, they have a 12 o'clock show at First Coast Comedy.
That was my first time ever
in
history telling jokes.
Yeah, in an improv place. Yeah,
like late night, and I was out Mayport.
It's and First Coast Comedy people are great too.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Alex. Shout out to what's my boy name? Fitz.
There are two Alexes, Alex Sanders, Alex Fitzjohn. Yeah,
Fitz is fucking crazy.
Fitzy's gonna come on. I call him Fitzy.
You call him Fitzy? Oh, yeah.
Just because he's my bud. So yeah, Fitzy will come on here eventually soon too. We'll probably have all of them on.
Yeah, most definitely. You got to bring them boys up
because we already had CJ, Mikey B, but those are just the homies. They're OGs of the Los Rotos podcast, so I had them on.
So what Los Rotos?
So Los Rotos it could be used as a slang term in Spanish or just what it means, which is it means the broken. So, and then it also can mean the assholes. And so I was making a play off of how comics sometimes come across as the broken, but they usually, the good ones, they figure out what was broken and they fix it and they talk about it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But I just say it's because we're a collected group of people.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
So each one of us has our own little story.
And then people fail to realize, one thing comics you got to understand, when you're having a horrible day, when you're down and you're going through a lot of shit, just get on stage.
Right, yeah.
Just get on stage. Like A-Train say, shout out my boy A-Train, 10 years. Y'all give a big shout out to my man A-Train, man. A-Train Live. A-Train? 10 years, longest running show in the city of Jacksonville, independent show. Mm-hmm. He did a great thing. I think the show was last Thursday. I missed it because I had to be at the Comedy Zone, but shout out my boy A-Train.
What's the show, dude? What is it called? I don't know.
A-Train Live. The A-Train Live.
Oh, really? See, I don't know nothing about
you got, I think it's like Terry T. Harris. He was like, he went to Comic View. He was like one of the first big names.
And that's here? I don't know nothing about that. Yeah, and
Terry T. Harris, he owned Skate City over in Arlington.
Oh, okay.
So Black Business Owned. Shout out to him, Black History Month. Big shout out to A-Train, his whole team, his wife, Miss Tracy. They do. I said Miss Tracy.
Are they on Instagram or anything? People
you can go to A-Train Live, man.
Okay,
A-Train
Live.
And
I'm gonna go because I didn't know.
He do a lot of great things. He bring a lot of great comics to the city, man. He do a lot of. He been doing it for a while, man. I learned a lot from him. Like he tell me, just keep hitting them stages.
It's true though, and here's what I'm saying. This is like why I like talking to comics.
Yeah, most definitely.
And I'm one of those weirdos that want all the comics to kind of know each other. You know what I'm saying? So because you get to know more about the city. Like I've been doing comedy almost 6 years. I've never heard of this show. Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely.
And that's crazy.
And he do it down at the I think at Channel 4 News, like at that.
Oh, really?
He do it like at the news station thing. I don't want to. Let me make sure, because
Yeah, but I know what you mean. But see what I'm saying though? Like I should know about that. You know what I mean? Like that's one of those things that why I wanted to start. Going to different mics outside of what was already just posted in Jacksonville Comedy, page, because you never know what you're gonna experience, and plus you want more experience as a comic. So at least that's my opinion.
Yeah, most definitely. He have it. He just did his 10-year anniversary. He have it down at the WC. What is that? WJC.
Oh, where we used to have our Los Rotos, probably.
WJCT.
Yeah, there you go. Come on now.
PBS.
Yeah,
PBS
station.
Oh, it's separate station than the radio.
Yeah, he had a hell of a show too, man. He had a hell of a lineup. So,
that's cool.
Yeah. He had a great turnout, man. He always do great things. So
yeah,
I tell people all the time, man. Like me, you doing good don't mean I'm doing bad.
Right.
Whatever I get a chance to shout people out and just really out here hard working and pushing the needle.
Right.
As much respect to me.
Right. 100%.
That's one thing I always do. Like
100%. And that's also why why I want people on here, other comics, to kind of let other people know what's going on, because there's so many of us, and our city's so big.
Yeah.
So it's you never know. There's so much that goes on in the city that people. That's the thing is I may not be a Duval person, but I mean I love Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I still know the city has a lot to offer. Mm-hmm. It's just figuring out where to go, what to do. You just got to start talking to people.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah, that's the main thing about it, man. That's what social media for. It is for the network.
I know.
It ain't for the out your fucking business and go up there and act an ass and do dumb shit. It's like we in me personally, I say me because I'm in a mode if the shit don't add up, it got to be subtracting. So
right.
We gotta, if you we in grind mode, man. It's it feels so good. It's
Right.
You know how it is, like having sweatpants on with no drawers. I feel free. You know?
It's true, but you know what's sad is when people get jealous that you're doing stuff and you go
work harder.
Yeah, I was like, you could be doing it too.
Work harder.
Like, I don't know what to tell you.
I sat home and I watched an unfunny guy outwork me.
Right.
He not funny.
Right.
But guess what he got? He got hustle. He got
Right,
determination.
right.
He gonna reach out. He gonna travel.
Right.
He gonna beat the road.
Right.
And if you don't do that,
Yeah. What do
you creating your own cancer inside of yourself.
Right.
Because what you lack. Say it again. I'm a mirror.
Yeah. What your behavior is a reflection upon you, not me.
Oh, that's smooth. I can't wait to tell my wife that shit. Oh, damn.
Don't you put your wife and say I did not tell him that. I did not.
Vanessa told me that because she told me I was a Rotos. I'm broken. I'm a Rotos.
No, but you've been with your wife since high school, right? Like you guys been together forever.
Yeah. Once she seen this dick on soft, we was together. Like after that, you ain't gonna tell nobody.
I was like,
about
okay,
it.
so she already knows that.
I had her out last night. She was trying to go to sleep. Hell no, you out with me tonight. I had her and Jen Weeks with me about 1:30 in the morning. They was ready to go to sleep.
Jen she's somebody's auntie. I know she wants to go.
Man, it was cold. They want to put socks on and jackets. Y'all want to be hot girls?
That's so funny.
Yeah, but me and my wife, man, this year 25 years.
Oh,
25 years,
man.
Been
That's
married
amazing.
11 years. You know, we had our ups and downs.
Of course.
But the best one's always in between the sheets.
Of course, it has to be that way, right?
Yeah, we got 3 beautiful boys, man. Handsome young men.
At least 3 times.
Yeah. You know, we got handsome young men. You know, we're trying to raise them in that dynamic. You got to get out and work. So I really don't care about the NFL dream. I just want you to, I use sports, create a work ethic, let you know you got to get up in the morning, go grind and get it. Because ain't nobody going to give you nothing only December 25th. That's the only time you get a gift.
If that. And I want to end it with that, though. The only time you'll ever get a gift is maybe on a holiday.
Maybe.
So make those gifts for yourselves.
Get off your ass and go get it. You heard?
And thank you, Antwan, for coming in.
Man,
you guys give Antwan Murphy a follow.
Antwan Murphy _WGBB. We gonna be big. First of all, shout out to my girl Vanessa for having me. This is my first podcast I ever did. Yeah, you my first. I bought my virginity.
Listen, not everybody's gonna be as good as me. No, I'm kidding.
This shit, like my preacher said today, my pastor said I'm a fool.
I'm kidding though, but I really do appreciate
shout
you
out Pastor.
coming.
Hey, shout out Pastor Smith, man. My boy Smitty, man, saved my life. That's
yes, shout out to Smitty. I don't know.
He a preacher. He was Jordan's, but he cool.
Oh, that's cool. Shout out Smitty.
And he come to my comedy shows. Like he don't judge. He come to like he brought the congregation. Like I had a show.
Yeah,
they bring him. Like
that's
they
great.
Like we like. It's not a church place.
Yeah.
They believe in you. They support. They was booking.
Yeah, it's not their job to judge you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, they're there to support you.
Shout out to Perfecting Saints Church and Ministry in the House of God, where we try to perfect the people to bring to the Word of God. He said fast. I can't remember it.
Hallelujah, amen.
Hallelujah, amen. Fancy Collection played around.
It's so funny. I will tell you this before we get off because I think it's a funny anecdote. So my daughter, I didn't raise her super religious or anything like that, but I have my 2 black girlfriends would technically watch her once in a while for me. And so they brought her to a black church one day and one of our coworkers too walked in because I was so close to these sisters. They would sleep at my house. Whatever.
Yeah, most definitely.
So this guy, he looked at my daughter and he goes, "You did not bring Vanessa's daughter here." He never even seen her though, but he knew it was my kid. He knew it was your kid. But my daughter comes back from church that day because she never liked the other church. She's been in Catholic church, Methodist, whatever. She came back and she goes, "Mom, I love black church."
Yeah, that shit lit.
She's like, they're clapping, they're dancing. I was like, yeah, baby, I told you you'd have fun because they celebrate. They celebrate God. You know
like
what I mean?
one thing I tell people about black people, man, is like, I have cousins, like I tall kids, my cousins that we grew up playing sports with. I'm cool with their parents. It's like it don't matter your race, your nationality. Like we family.
Right.
You know, like I'd be like, oh, I got to go see my cousin, and I get to the game, and my homeboy Damien, his son Ty. They like, this dude white as the snow. That ain't your damn cousin. I'm like, yes it is. That's my little cousin right there. You know, like.
Plus, also, who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah,
love
who
is love.
cares?
That's what we learned today in church. My love language is love. Okay, come on now.
We're gonna end it on that, guys. Love is love, guys. All right.